Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is a good ass fucking game. I'm currently sick. I've been sick all weekend, but I give me an excuse because I got to play Resident Evil 9 all weekend. Oh my fucking god. I just beat the game. I'm fresh off of playing it. And I immediately wanted to sit down and talk about it. I am in the middle of editing and making an Iron Lung video, which hoping will come out soon. But oh my god. So I just spent the weekend playing this game. Resident Evil 9 Requiem. What? Oh boy, this is special. This is a special game. I kind of wanted to record my raw opinions on it. I might go more in depth. I might follow up with this. Wow, what a spectacle. What a time to fucking live in right now. We just got right off the press with Silent Hill F, and now we have Resident Evil 9. It is a good time to be alive for survival horror fans, ladies and gentlemen. This was a double whammy. A fucking peak. I'm sorry. Oh, I just hit my fucking PC. Okay. I just want to say right off the bat, this was incredibly fun to play. I loved every second of it. When they confirmed that the game would be split into two different perspectives, Grace's section being more horror oriented and Leon's being more actiony, kind of like Resident Evil 4. Oh my god, I was hyped. I was on board from the fucking second they said that, man. I'm a new gen Resident Evil fan. I can't lie. I started the franchise with 7, but I've always been aware of the game. In fact, it inspired one of my favorite games of all time. Represent that Dead Space merch. And I didn't really get into it until 7, and I thought 7 was incredible. I loved it. It was so good. The gothic horror and the first-person perspective, making it more immersive and just trapping you into this madhouse with a bunch of cannibalistic family members. It was great, lovely. It was so scary. It was brilliant. It was effective at scaring the player, and that was like the core of Resident Evil from what I was led to believe. I continued the series with 8. I liked it. I do think I like 7 more. I thought 8 was still an incredible game. That story still... I have some notes about that story. Maybe I'll talk about it sometime. And then I played the 2 remake, I played the 4 remake, and I fell in love with this franchise. I fucking love and breathe Resident Evil. It is so good, to the point where I dressed up as Leon for Halloween. I cosplayed him at SAC Anime. I love this franchise. It is so fucking good. Something to mention. Had a little dip there in the series for a little bit, didn't it? With the RE6 and 5. I never played those games, but I know what happens in them, and I've heard mixed things about both. But it was 7 that really brought the series back to the forefront and inspired a lot of remakes to be made. It kind of got the franchise back on its feet. And boy, am I fucking happy, because Resident Evil 9 is a fucking spectacle of a game. I apologize for my language. I literally beat the game maybe... I want to say 2-3 hours ago, and what a game! It was a perfect, and I mean perfect, blend of what made Resident Evil 7 and 8 so scary and so amazing to play. It mixed that perfectly with Resident Evil 4 Remake's gameplay, and it is just it's incredible, man. I'm going to try my best to avoid spoilers, but if I do end up accidentally saying something, I will warn you, okay? I really do not want to do a disservice to you if you want to play this game, because it is incredible, and I highly recommend you play it. So the way this game is split up is the first kind of half is predominantly dominated by Grace's gameplay, which I was very happy with. I think it's great. I think it's an amazing reminiscent gameplay of Resident Evil 7, with little sprinkles of Leon gameplay throughout, which initially, I gotta admit, I was a little disappointed, because I was happy to see Leon back, and I'm kind of thinking, why Why is Leon not getting that much gameplay here? The second you leave the first area, that complaint left the fucking building. It didn't even it didn't even exist in the building, because the second we get to Raccoon City, I mean, Leon's gameplay just completely takes over, and rightfully so, right? Because that's where it all started for him. That's his beginning. And Grace kind of takes a backseat for a little while, which I appreciate. I really did appreciate that in in both parts of this game where either Leon or Grace is being focused on a little more, there's sprinkles of the other character throughout, you know, so we're not losing context with either of these characters. We're following them both in a very kind of structurally sound way. Something about Leon's portion where he kind of takes center stage for a little bit that I will say is that Grace doesn't really get a whole lot of gameplay. You kind of get more cutscenes with her, which, sure, maybe not so balanced in that portion, but I think I can speak for everyone and say that, like, playing as Leon is just so good in this game, man. Okay, so Leon's gameplay sees some differences from RE4, but it's heavily inspired by the RE4 remake. It's really similar. If you've played the RE4 remake, you're gonna love Leon's gameplay in this game. They give Leon a hatchet. And I'll say it. Every Resident Evil game, give the guy a hatchet. Give whoever is the protagonist, give him a hatchet. Because holy shit, the hatchet was addicting in this game. So it has a few functions. You can parry attacks with it. You can just do regular melee combat akin to Dead Space melee attacks. You can do finishers with it, which these finishers are fucking nuts, man. The only thing about Leon's gameplay that I just have one little qualm with, the weapon variety. I think I only used 4 guns throughout the entirety of the game, and one of them being one that I purchased from the safe. I believe that's what it was called, which was the tac shotgun, because it's so good. I never felt a need to purchase any other guns, and on top of that, the selection of guns within the safe, they all kind of seem to be derivative of guns that they give you. It's just cool to have the option, you know, for anyone's playstyle, you know what I mean? Leon's gameplay was just so fucking fun, man. Grace's gameplay, on the other hand, was also incredible. All of Grace's set pieces were great. Her first kind of RPD inspired location, being the care facility, was a blast to get through. I mean, it was freaky. There were, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but there were a lot of enemies that put you on edge. And when I say put you on edge, I mean through a very specific vessel. And that being audio. Holy hell. There are some enemies within the care facility that stress you the fuck out without even being shown. There's one in particular that, okay, if you don't want anything spoiled about this game at all, come back and watch this after you played the game. One enemy in particular within the care facility. She is a singing lady that you will encounter. And just the high-pitched wailing and singing that you hear before you even see her, I was shitting myself. It's just so eerie, man, in this echoey hallway. Oh man, atmosphere 101, man. Great stuff. Grace's gameplay features a lot of puzzles, a lot of which will remind you of Resident Evil 2. I mean, specifically for me, if you've played Resident Evil games, you'll know what to expect from puzzles here. It's more or less the same thing. In terms of difficulty of puzzles, I would say I had an easier time with these puzzles than I have in any other Resident Evil game. Not to say that these puzzles were bad, They weren't stupid hard, they weren't stupid confusing. They were moderate to easy, is what I would say. And I won't complain about that, because sometimes in Resident Evil games, that's the part that holds me up a lot. It's like I'll encounter a puzzle that I just have no idea how to do, and it sits me there, and I'm frustrated with my controller, and I leave the game for a few months. It's just what happens. It slows the game down if a puzzle is too hard. I think the difficulty of the puzzles here was on point. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am a lifelong Resident Evil fan, but what I will say is that for me, this is a will be a classic. I think that the legacy of this game will be extremely positive. Along with that, performances are out of this world in this game. Grace Ashcroft's actress in particular does a phenomenal job. She is able to convey terror, anxiety, and panic in such a believable way for it being a digitally rendered scene. Incredible. So good. Same goes for Leon's voice actor. He has done an incredible job with all the remakes that he's done, and I believe that he is also just really good at making his voice very distinct for each era of Leon throughout time. You know, he's played Leon when he's 21. He's played him, I don't know exactly how old he is, around his 30s in Resident Evil 4, and now he has a very distinct voice when he's 50 in Resident Evil 9.
Leon Kennedy. There was another off strike. I couldn't.
Try using knives next time. Better for close encounters.
You know, I do have a question. When's the last time you brushed your teeth?
Okay, I'm not gonna make this a super long video here. I do want to talk about this game more. I probably will at some point in the future, but I just wanted to get my raw thoughts out there and just say, play this game. I suppose I will see you guys in my next little dump of my opinions. Yeah, take it easy and stay safe out there.